I'm breaking down 4 value for money restaurants to see if they're actually better or worse than the big name spots. And I'm trying to experience these beautiful dishes all within this video. And I'm an English guy living in Boracay, and today I'm ignoring the beachfront restaurants. No overpriced smoothie bowls, no tourist menus. Today we're eating where the locals actually eat. Now, 4 proper local spots, real Filipino comfort food, and we're starting with a place that serves Batchoy that might actually fix your life. Now, this is what I love about living here. You walk just 5 minutes away from the beach, and suddenly you're in a real Boracay. No fancy interiors, no aesthetic nonsense, just 4 proper restaurants and proper food, and today I'm starting this off at Alexis Eatery. At first, we've got the Batchoy. Now, Batchoy actually comes from Iloilo, a proper regional dish with a massive history. Now, you've got this incredibly rich, clear pork broth that's been simmering for hours, poured over fresh noodles and topped with a boiled egg. And those legendary chicharron bits for the essential salty crunch. This one's serious. As an Englishman, our soups back home are usually, well, they're beige. This one, though, it's peppery, it's deep and intensely savoury, with a complexity that you just don't expect. It's more than just a soup. It's pure comfort in a bowl. Now up next, we've got the tinola. And this is a classic Filipino home cooking at its best. It's even mentioned in the Jose Rizal's famous novel. Now the first thing you notice is that ginger-infused broth. It hits you straight away with some warmth. It's that light, it's that incredibly powerful. Then you've got these chunks of green papaya that have softened up in the soup, soaking up all of that savoury chicken juices. It's a clean, nourishing flavour that just feels like a hug in a bowl. I also had to try the bangus, which is actually the national fish of the Philippines. This is a masterclass in terms of textures. You've got that iconic milkfish, butterfly cut, while that belly stays fatty and tender. Now, preparing that salty golden fish with a mountain of fragrant garlic rice and a runny egg is the ultimate Filipino breakfast. And once you break that yolk over that crispy fish, you'll realise this isn't just a meal. This is how you start your day properly. And before we move to the next place, the Tagalog word of the day is Mura. It means cheap, affordable and budget friendly. And everything we're eating today, it's very, very Mura. Right. Now let's see if this next place is just as good. Now this is proper Carinderia culture. Now at Kaninderia, a Carinderia is basically a small local eatery where dishes are pre-cooked and displayed. It's fast, affordable and pretty much can find anywhere in the Philippines. And yes, very Mura. Now at number 1 we've got the Filipino chicken curry. This is a completely different world compared to the British curry. And instead of that heavy spice blend or oiliness that you'll find back home, this is all about the gatar, that rich coconut milk, which makes the sauce so much creamier, smoother, and it gives it that subtle, natural sweetness. It's usually packed with chunks of potato and bell peppers that have normally softened perfectly into the gravy. Honestly, the balance here is unbelievable. And as a Brit, I take curry very seriously, but this is solid comfort food. Now we got the Menudo. This is a fascinating one because it highlights that heavy Spanish influence from over 300 years of colonial history. It's a vibrant, hearty stew where the pork is cut into perfectly small cubes and slow cooked in a rich tomato-based sauce. You've got the sweetness from the raisins and carrots balanced against the savoury liver and peppers. That thick, silky sauce mixed with that soft pork and a hint of sweetness. It's absolutely dangerous when you've got a mountain of rice right in front of you. But up next, we've got the Adobo. Now this is unofficially the national dish of the Philippines. It's a simple braise of soy sauce, garlic and peppercorns, but the beauty is that every single family has their own secret version. Now the meat is cooked slow until it's so tender it practically just falls apart. But the real soul of the dish is that sharp vinegar kick at the back of the throat. It cuts right through that saltiness and makes the whole thing move. It's kind of that flavour that just stays with you. But we're not done yet. The next one is for the true Silog lovers. Now, if you've lived in the Philippines long enough, Silog becomes part of your personality. It stops being just a breakfast and starts becoming perhaps more of a way of life. So a pork silog is just a pork, the rice and the egg. It's simple. It's 3 components at a masterpiece. But when that garlic hits the richness of the meat, you realise why it's the backbone of the Philippine mornings. Now, the sound of the sizzling pork at TebanZ alone deserves massive respect. It's them crispy edges with that proper seasoning, and when that yolk mixes in with that garlic rice, that's the moment. Some prefer the solid egg. I'm a runny egg man. Now, how do you like your egg? As an English guy living here, this kind of breakfast just makes me question whether beans on toast or fish and chips is even worth having back in the UK anymore. But we're finishing this properly at Overtime Bar. This is local evening vibes, cold beer at a characteristic place, no stress. Now, next up is the Lechon Manok, which exploded in popularity back in the 80s and has since become the ultimate Filipino street staple. You'll see these birds spinning over hot charcoal on almost every corner, and the smell alone is intoxicating. And that skin is just perfectly glossy, brushed with a slightly sweet smoky glaze that's been caramelized by the flames. And when you pull it apart, the meat is just incredibly juicy and infused with lemongrass and garlic. Grabbing one of these with some rice after a long day at the beach, this is absolute elite behaviour. So here's the thing. You don't need beachfront prices to eat well in Boracay. You just need to look for what's Mura. Now, Mura is big flavour. And if you're visiting Boracay, save this video. And if it gets over 1,000 likes, I'll hunt down 4 more hidden local spots. Now, from an English guy living in the Boracay, cheers, and I'll see you in the next one.